Welcome to all the classic car enthusiasts. This is the Jaguar XK 150. This is the Tonneau off the back of this XK 150A. This is our car, and this is my friend's Johan. So what we're trying to do here is recreate this lip here. As you can see, is really good, obviously, on this one. And what we tried to do was, all this was completely split on mine right the way down. In fact, there was only a couple of pieces holding it on, mainly some of the supports inside, and this edge is quite bad on the tonneau that I have. But you can imagine that's a very difficult compound curve to get absolutely right, so I didn't want to go cutting it and then welding it and then it's all out of place, because when the quarter panels go onto the side of it, they just won't look right. There is a rubber strip, like a lot of the older cars, where they had a weather seal strip in between that you bolted. When you put the bolts on here and here, there was a weather strip that had a round piece on the end, which you colour coded. Normally either black or white, I think mainly black. Anyway, so what I've done is you can see here, it doesn't look great. But a lot of this was lead loaded before, and it was quite badly corroded, so I've taken all the corroded bits out and just tacked it all the way up, put a brand new strip in the side here, and then tacked it all the way up. Now what I have to do now is put it back onto the car. You can see the other side's done. I also built a new piece in here. This was this section. You can see how rotten it was, and on the front has to be repaired as well. This is some of the bits that I took out. You can see I had to be very, very careful with it. This is the original captive bolts, and you can see how bad they were. But all these pieces were welded or tacked on to the underneath of there. You can imagine this was under the other side, and I had to take it off a little bit at a time. What we'll do is, once I find everything is okay and it's going to work and it just needs some slight cutting, but I know it will fit on the back of the tonneau, will fit okay. What I'll then do then is re-weld everything, every other weld, and then when it's on the car, this will be welded to the one on the lip on the car, which I'll go over and show you. This will be spot welded to here, and then what we'll do is we'll actually, because there'll be basically a system like this. If you imagine, this is the other side, and what we'll do is there'll be a gap like that, and what I'll do is I'll lead load right the way across this gap here. So I catch this and this and this, but it'll all be spot welded in place first, and you can see that will then take up those bad areas there. But I want to make sure it's on correctly first before I want to offer it up. Make sure the edges, the flanges overlap okay, and then I could pre-lead load this by maybe attaching something like that and then lifting it up, but I want to lead load right across. In fact, this one will be done the same, because it is a bit of an area for you can see there's a few little bits and pieces there, and you know what we'll do is we'll just obviously leave the bolt holes because they're captive, and then we'll lead load right across. As long as it doesn't affect the, sorry, when you like that, as long as it doesn't affect the shape. You can see there it's slightly different to the way we've done it, but all this was rotten on mine all the way down. The whole back was pretty bad. So to show you what we've got here, so we've had to, as you can see, this is completely rebuilt. All this was gone. Well, it was rotten, so we've had to put this new piece in all the way down and here, so the whole thing was quite rotten. The same here, and again you can see where all the welding is. It's had a new piece in it. So what we have to do now is get these edges right, and there's obviously there's some repairs to do as well, but you can see it's all been welded down the edges. These were in very, very bad condition. This is an original captive bolt. You can see it was actually cut off, but you can see it's there. What we intend to do is not put this system back in, is we're going to use E-type washers, which are oval shaped, which I actually have some here, I believe, to hand. Usually, yeah, it's always typical, isn't it? You never find them when you want them. I'm sure I've got them here. Where are those washers? Cool. I've got so much stuff in here, I can't find it all sometimes. Anyway, I have some special oval washers that they use for the bonnet on an E-type. And what we'll do is we'll line everything up, put the washer on, and we'll weld the washer in the correct position. Then put the nut on, tighten everything up, and then tack weld the nut. So that'll be the captive. But we need to make sure that they're all lined up properly first, and the inner wings on. So that will come off next. There'll be a new edge put on here at 90 degrees to it, like there is over there. And in fact, that's the old one, and that has to come off. You can see it's quite badly corroded there. So this one will get cut out, and we'll do the same thing. We'll put a new one into there, and then line. This piece is cut off, and then we'll take all this off, and then join it back up all the way along. It's quite badly pitted. So a lot of work to do. So what I'll do, guys, is I'll do one day Mini, one day Jaguar, one day Mini, one day Jaguar, because some jobs you have to kind of go back to and visit them again. And so tomorrow or Friday I'll work on the Mini all day, because I want to get these ready. I've got somebody coming over from the paint shop to have a look at it, to give me a quote on all 3 cars. So anyway, so that's where we're at. Like I say, you can see how much debris and crap has come out of there. I mean, it was in very poor condition. The welding's only tacked in, doesn't look great, I know, but it's strong. And as I say, I'll go back over it in between them once I know it's good. And then once that's lead loaded, like I say, if you look at that, well, this is a not this piece, but if you look at the way that will look, that will sit basically all along the edge. I'll do it down here because it's easier to push it in. You can see with that lead loaded right the way across, I can catch all these little problem areas and smooth them out and flatten them out, ground them down, then re-lead load everything when it's upside down. So that's the plan. Yeah, not unlike the Mini. The parts are quite cheap for the Mini to buy, bits and pieces and so on, but when you start getting into this situation with XKs, E-types and so on, you really have to pay a premium for these bits. You know, I mean, like I say, the bonnet, just the alloy, fair enough, but just the bonnet, a new bonnet for one of these is 10,000. Sorry, 8,800 euro, or 8,800 pounds. Sorry, so yeah, it's about 10,000 euro, 9,000 euro, whatever. And because the bonnet's alloy, it's very lightweight. But this is the difference. But so you have to try and save what you can within reason. But I mean, if it's rusty, it has to come out. Those pods were so bad that they just weren't worth saving. It's a lot of work, but that's the whole point, I guess. If you're restoring cars, you do so much at a time. You can see the back end is missing, and so we have to build new. This is the new chassis. So we'll build a new back end on it, and I have all the box section, the part for the spare tyre and the boot, and this cross member that goes across here. I have all that ready, so it's just a few bits we have to make up for it. So yeah, but all this was replaced. All the B posts are all brand new. All the sills, but these are made like a box section sill. The A-frames in the front are all brand new, but I did all that when it was on the original chassis, so it wouldn't be bent. Anyway, that's it for today. Minis tomorrow. I hope all of you, the Jag guys and the Mini guys, will look in and watch what we're up to. Anyway, that's it for tonight. Take care. Bye for now. Bye.